bad over there, bro. Like everything trying to fuck up.
Alright, come on.
And then down in Mississippi they have it. Oh, did you see Iran? Was it Pakistan?
Red Dot coming?
I don't
Yeah, he
know.
just texted me. Y'all can open up. I'll be there in like 25. Cool. Let's get it. Let me see when we get here. Hit you with the blick.
I bet.
Brother, I know how you feel, man. Trust me, we all going through it. I'm still getting out the whole 8 months ago. And you know, the crazy on the plane, they can't single down. I was fighting. It's Babylon. They just did me dirty, bro. My job paid 10 years to this shit.
Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, we are the Hebrew Israelites becoming week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. And to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that you're Israelites support. And double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the brothers going to work, and to the sincere sisters that's listening and learning. And we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, what y'all got? Major things that's going to be approaching is apparently they're going to end in cash, man. You know, and even over in and there's a lot of things that's going to happen too. If you guys seen it, y'all seen California, how they just had just put in a proposal to ban gasoline.
First they already banned
Cars.
They already banned the cars.
Yeah. And now they were urging anybody who owns electric cars not to charge their cars.
Yeah, that's
Not the
Because they're
charging
supposed
cars.
to be having like some type of
energy
crisis.
Yeah, but then they were having an energy crisis. But then one of their main power plants and dams, all the dams are drying up. So they're not being able to create electricity and everything like that.
I think they're about to have a crazy heat wave. And that's going
heat wave is going all over the world.
Yeah, that's going further up.
Jeremiah 30 and 12. But thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicine. Hey, and that's America. Yeah. All right. There's nothing you can do. All right, that's going to heal this place because it's been. Because it's been visited by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah on all sides. Can you get that challenge to come up on all sides? It says, and 14, all thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with a wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased. So the Lord pretty much have wounded America, all right, with the wound of an enemy. All right, matter of fact, let me get this.
That's why America's infrastructure is slowly crumbling, man, because it's dying. You know? America was wounded like an enemy, right? And it was never treated. And it can't be treated, man. It's an incurable wound, man. It's a deadly wound. Yeah, you can't cauterize it, you can't suture it, because ultimately America is bleeding internally, man. And the fact that it's bleeding internally is doing damage to all of its organs, which is really the infrastructure and the economy, man. And ultimately it's going to trickle down to the American citizens, man, destroying the country. Because first it's going to happen infrastructure-wise, then the economy is going to collapse, and then the society and the citizens themselves are going to make the country crumble even worse, man. You see it in every post-apocalyptic movie, TV show. Whereas if people just would band together and come together and rebuild, that's how a society would go forth. But that's not America for you.
God, I got some. Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou also taken, O Babylon. And thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of the hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. Yeah, and that armory is going into everything that you see, from the collapse of the dollar, all right, to the famine, the drought, the pestilence,
Earthquakes.
all right, the
Floods, the
earthquakes.
crazy floods now. Did you see, was it Pakistan or Iran? No, Pakistan or Afghanistan, a third of the country's underwater. They're not even showing you that on TV. A third of the country, so like literally a third of the country, they showed it like you can go on TikTok and you can see like when I say everything is flooded, completely underwater. Like 6 feet, 9 feet up high, water, third of the entire country. Basically the size of, they were saying the size of Italy. The size of Italy is completely covered underwater.
A lot of things they're not portraying in the media.
You got something up?
Yeah, that one John had 2 Corinthians 4 and 8, but it said, but you going more in destruction, right?
We just spread whatever.
Okay.
No, we're just going into the Most High's armory.
Armory.
Yeah, but basically that was.
yeah, it's all destruction.
Yeah,
but
All right, I got some.
So you know all these things, all right, is the Lord pretty much bringing this place down, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get this. This is Ezekiel 17 and 24. And all the trees of the field should know that I, the Lord, have brought down the high tree, have exalted the low tree, have dried up the green tree, and have made the dry tree to flourish. I, the Lord, have spoken and have done it. All right? Now, you want to break it up?
Really be that dry tree.
Kind. It says, and all the trees of the field should know that I am the Lord, have brought down the high tree.
Hey, and when it's going into trees, it's going into nations and people, man. You know, because people are likened into trees.
It says, have brought down the high tree, have exalted the low tree, have dried up the green tree, and have made the dry tree to flourish.
Who is that high tree? The high tree is Esau, Edom, man.
I, the Lord, have spoken and have done it.
Yep. Hey, so like I said, he has brought down the high tree, man. He has brought down Esau, Edom, who's the so-called white man. Really, their main rulership is America. So the Most High has brought down America to levels that the earth would never thought that could happen, because America was such a power in the earth. And now here it is, the Most High is drying them up, man. And then that the people that you thought that were at the very bottom of the totem pole in the world, he's raising them up, man, making them flourish, man, right before your eyes, man. Even though we were always flourishing, it's just that you people didn't see it, man. But the Lord's going to bring up the nation of Israel, which are the so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, and simultaneously he's going to bring down the destruction of America, the so-called white man, and all of the Edomite nations all over the world, whatever they want to call themselves, man. Russian, Sweden, whatever they want to call it.
He's also laying siege to all the enemies of Israel, according to and all the enemies of Psalms 83.
Yeah, that's why he's going to gather the nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat,
which he's already starting to conquer it up now. Yeah. But I got I mean, it's on TikTok, but all over the world, there's a video that popped up.
Oh yeah.
And it says God is speaking through these events, and basically mass flooding, mass. Look, they have whole towns and cities that were underwater they haven't seen coming up, man. You know, omens all over the place.
Where that's at?
All over the place. China, you got over in America, they found supposed dinosaur fucking footprints and shit that they never seen before underwater. Look, water levels everywhere. Everything's drying up.
Hey, and that's prophecy.
Look, they even found old nuclear bombs that were submerged that they now gotta fucking sit here and figure out how to get the nuclear bombs. Fucking ship wreckages that they haven't seen in thousands of years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro, everything. In Italy's ships, and over in there was an omen over in 1616. people have wrote. If you see the water,
Ariel said that.
yeah, if you see the water this low,
They call them hunger stones.
Hunger stones,
like
yep.
that. They say, if you see me weak,
if you see me weak,
I got some. This is Psalms 37:1. It says, "Fret not thyself because of the evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither like the green herb." Hey, and that's what we said. Right? Because the Lord said that the triumph of the wicked is yet for a short time, man. All right.
It says, "Glory not envy not the glory of the sinner, because you don't know what their end is."
Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach 10, start at 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, but such as one set of his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casts away his bowels.
Yeah, and basically, when you look at that scripture that the brothers wrote out, it says, Baba Kashad, you can read that again?
my bad.
Fire riches got it.
Yeah.
Look at these crazy dust storms that they have not seen. It says Saudi Arabian dust storms they have not seen in over 150 years. The Most High not.
The Lord shaking things up. Go ahead, bro.
Sirach 10:8. That's amazing. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah, and that's what we're saying. We're saying, we're in what you call a paradigm shift. All right. The Lord is bringing this place down simultaneously. All right, the kingdom of heaven is being ushered in. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yep. Verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud?
Yeah, basically we saying what you call changing of the guards, if you will. All right, go ahead, bro.
It says, there is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such and one set of his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casts away his bowels.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I right, say why is earth and ashes proud? All right, because at the end of the day, hey man, it's all vain and vexation of spirit. All right, because hey, you can have all the riches, you can have all the gold, all the silver, but guess what? Hey, you gotta die one day, man. All right, so all that means nothing. All right, nothing. All right, your spirit got to go back to the Heavenly Father and get judged and receive His judgment. So, how can you be proud? No. That was it on that one.
Yeah, but I actually spoke to
all this shit going on. I can't see tell. Yo, you heard about all the drought going on all over the world?
Hold on, let me ask you something, bro.
I know y'all busy.
Hold on. Hey, listen.
I'm sorry.
Real quick. Did you know that they're about to get rid of the dollar? When? New year. Huh? All right, bro.
Oh, he's right.
All right, brother.
He is right there.
That's right.
But that was an exception to the rule. But the average bull didn't. That was a good one. But the average bull wouldn't know that.
Nah, I wanted to know if he knows what's going on. He might have had a little.
But spirit. Hey, listen. Hey, but the thing is, he a little older too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He a little older.
They pay attention a little bit.
So when you a little older, you pay attention. You know what I mean? Hey, but still, he still don't know what the fuck going on. Because he know that, but you don't know it's the end of the world, though.
The average person would have just said, anybody that really know, they can December 13th, nigga.
You know what I mean? You still don't know what the hell going on, man.
I hope they really do it, because a lot of people I talk to, like, they ain't about to do that.
I don't think it's going to be that date specifically.
It's
either going to be a little before.
No, they said that's when it's going to go into effect.
Maybe before.
That's what I said, a little before or after.
You know what I mean?
You know how they rolled out
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they'll put a date on something like that because then people can prepare for it. It's gonna come like.
Ow.
I mean, well, people can. It's like when you
Okay,
expect
same thing when they locked everything down.
blow.
It was
You
more like,
expect
hey,
the
we ain't
blow.
gonna do that, and then, hey, everybody say the fuck in the house, and then they explained it as you already fucked up.
Right. It's like you expect the right to come, but you really get hit with the left.
Yeah.
It's how you like this, bracing for the hit, and then boom.
Yeah, with that one. Yeah. I saw that in Creed. That was really
You
dope.
see this right here? U.S. life expectancy continues to plummet. Life expectancy across all groups in the United States has fallen 2.7 years from 2019 to 2021. This is the largest two-year decrease in 100 years, according to provisional data for the Centers for Disease Control. Everybody dying fast because y'all took them jump shots, man. It's common sense why people dying faster. Did you see the actress, the famous actress that died suddenly? And she was young. She was only like 24.
The white shorty.
Yeah, she just died suddenly. And then there was like it's an uptick of young people dying suddenly. Like now it's called a new disease, sudden death.
Sudden death syndrome.
Sudden death syndrome.
Yeah.
Sudden death.
What's called
So you
SADS.
just healthy as shit and just
You just,
Nah,
you just check
I
out.
guarantee
Sudden
you took
adult
that and
death
me.
syndrome because they call it SIDS for infants or SADS.
God,
SADS.
I got something. Isaiah 42:14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still. I refrain myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once.
That shit Howard Shad, man. He said he's gonna scream like a travailing woman, man.
God.
Howard Shad gonna be down here roaring, man, like
Right.
like a lion, bro. Just roaring in despair, like you know what I mean? Just killing shit.
It says, I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs. And I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools.
And that's what the Lord has been doing. He's been drying up rivers and lands all over the world, man. He's been drying this place up, putting heat waves and droughts, putting famines, which ultimately is going to starve out the resources, which is going to starve out the people.
It says, and I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. I will lead them in the path that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them, and not forsake them. And that's ultimately talking about the elect.
All right, because we're really blind right now, man.
God.
No,
Well,
not really.
we're not blind.
We were blind. We were
Yeah,
blind
we
for a
were,
long
yeah,
time.
yeah,
we were
yeah.
blind for a long time, and then the Lord has started to show that light when the truth came about, man. And then now that light is just shining brighter and brighter in the earth, man. To the point where now we're damn near, the elect is damn near sealed. man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
if not already.
If not already sealed. You know what I mean? Because the Lord could make this thing pop in the blink of an eye, bro.
It's about to pop. You see, China just locked down 2.1 million people.
Like you,
Again?
I don't think
Straight
people
lockdown.
realize.
it's going to be a domino effect. China
Yeah,
going to do it, and then
exactly.
you're going to start seeing all these other countries do it, and then watch America do it.
I don't think I
And
realize
then guess what?
how fast.
Civil War. I can't wait for Civil
I
War.
don't think you
bro.
can realize how fast shit can pop off. Like it's not something that's like little small increments. When a major event or a major prophecy take place, it's literally a domino effect. As soon as that one hits, the other one's hit. It's gonna come like a 7-piece combo, blah 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 blah, until you get dropped, man. So, and that's why I think that Jacob Trouble, man, it's not gonna be a long time.
James Chubb is this winter.
I give it a matter of
I
give it a matter of weeks to months.
I give it this winter.
Because a lot of shit can happen in a 2 weeks of all.
Bro, they already said if there was
1 month.
They already said, look, they already said on the news if there was a blackout in a major city, it would only take 48 hours for all outbreak chaos, and the death toll within a week would be in the hundreds of thousands, in 2 to 3 weeks in the millions. In just 2 to 3 weeks.
Especially in the society we live in. We live in a comfortable, lazy,
all the lights out, and you know you ain't gotta work.
comfortable, lazy, privileged society, man.
Like, yo, bro.
Nobody knows how to start a fire. Nobody knows how to create electricity and generators and shit. These people don't know how to survive outside of flipping the switch, man.
Hey, to be honest with you, man, listen. I don't know how to.
I don't even know how to do that, bro.
Out in the fucking wilderness,
but
like
what's
that,
the difference
man?
between us and the regular people is that we have the spirit of the Lord. man.
God.
And we got faith that we are of those men, so ultimately the Lord's
all
gonna
we
guide our
got-
steps.
yeah, all we
bro.
got is the
We
Lord,
got
man.
Yahweh Shai, man. We put our faith in Him.
Hey.
These people put their faith in their own power, man.
God,
their own
Lord
might.
willing, right? Hey, this is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Exactly. Those troubles are not going to come suddenly upon us. Why? Because we were made known of the things to come. So we're going to prepare for it. You know, we have been made known unto the prophecies that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has put forth in the world.
God, how do you prepare? All right, submerge ourselves. All right, in the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Let's say the name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous run into it and is safe.
It says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. So just having the knowledge of the scriptures and the knowledge of these prophecies, and ultimately being in the spirit is what's going to keep you stable and grounded in the time of trouble.
It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye all, it say, you are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Yep. Because the robber's going to come through your crib at night. When the lights is off in the crib, you ain't going to see him coming. But for us, man, we up at night, man. We up at night, lights on, windows open, up in the scene, you know what I mean? Watching, you know what I mean? Just for example, got our weapons ready, you know what I mean? We ready for the robber, man. Metaphorically speaking. Metaphorically speaking, man. So we up, we watching the prophecies, we're paying attention to the news, we're paying attention to current events. And we're cross-examining current events with prophecies and the scriptures, man. So we're ready.
It says, drunken in the night, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet the hope of salvation. For Yahweh have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation. Our Lord Yahweh Shah who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. And that's ultimately, you know, brothers that's in this truth, all right, brothers that's, you know, doing the work, and ultimately the Lord gave us this truth so that we may be saved. Because if not, hey man, we would be like these other people out here, man. All right, totally oblivious, all right, to chiefly the word of the Lord, man. You know?
It's like, did it say, and also the ones who may sleep, and also in the very last, at the end of the very last one.
It says, wherefore comfort yourselves. No. What are you talking about?
Because where it says, whereas though, they that sleep in the night, they that be drunk in the day. Salvation. Where'd you start at? Okay, so where'd you end? Right, there we go, 10. Which one, Thessalonians?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That is what I was thinking. Yeah. Also in the fourth chapter going the same thing in depth.
But yeah, so we're in a privileged position, all right, to have this word. Why? Because us having this word is a great indication, all right, that we could be of the elect. All right, because the Lord gave us this word, all right, so he could turn around and destroy us. All right, he gave us this word, why? So that we may be saved.
It's saying when when he led us out of Egypt, right?
Kind of wilderness.
And
And you had Jake complaining about, being in the wilderness and the Lord could bring him out there to starve. No. Why would the Lord could have just killed you in Egypt? Why would he bring you out of Egypt only to kill you in the wilderness? All right, so it's likened to the same thing.
Same concept. Yeah.
The Lord gave us this truth. More than likely,
which is,
hey, we endure to the end. Hey, man, we could very well be of the elect. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so I wanted to get into this article. It says weather wars. China faces a serious water catastrophe that will cause global food shortages. Now, if you know anything was going on in China, they're having a heat wave. They're having a heat wave that's so crazy that their citizens are dying from heat strokes and passing out daily. There's like 50 to 100 people dying daily, and then the people are sleeping on the rivers, like literally on mats laying on the river, or sleeping inside of caves. They got videos of hundreds of Chinese people inside caves trying to get away from the heat, walking around with umbrellas on. You got a girl who was sitting there on her phone for no more than 5 minutes, and her freaking chancletas, her slides started melting on her feet. She had to throw them off. All right, so here we go. It says weather wars. China faces a serious water catastrophe that will cause global food shortages. It says multi-year drought conditions in much of China have reportedly forced the country to the brink of collapse. Should the expected water catastrophe unfold, China's grain and electricity production will fail. This would also result in a global shortages of food, industrial materials, consumer goods, and more, and on a much greater scale than the current post-pandemic supply chain problems. Now you got to think, every time you buy something in the store, you look at the tag, it say made in China, made in Taiwan, made in China, made in Taiwan. If electricity and water shuts down the industrial complex of China, it's going to affect America greater than most nations, because we are an all-import country and barely export anything. All right,
It's not meant too many things that are highly.
we don't make shit. We don't make shit in
It's very little produced in the U.S.
Coca-Cola?
Very little produced.
But I'm pretty sure they got factories over there too.
Nothing beneficial to society.
Exactly, It says any water-driven disruption in China will be felt by the entire world, as the communist country is a major producer of food, energy, and other needed goods and materials. The global economy as we currently know it would fold like a cheap suit. Unlike other commodities, water does not have any viable substitutes. Facts, because without water, there's no sustaining anything. There's nothing you can sit here and say. Even like, you ever see that heavy water? The heavy water, something like a syrup form.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that shit's fucking disgusting. Or how they be having those H2O multipliers, the hydration multipliers. Motherfuckers better start getting them Jones, because one basically 16 ounces of water turned into 32 by having one little multiplier Jones put in there.
Hey, yo,
I got them at the crib.
Yo, they got this Jake.
Oh, making the water.
Making water out of thin air.
Yep, out of thin air.
You got a machine that make a lot of fucking water.
That's like the still, making the still.
No, it's coming out of thin air. It's coming out of thin air. It pulls out of the air.
Get that shit out the air, bro.
Yep.
Like I'm talking about.
Suck the moisture out the air.
So gallons. Yep. He put one in Flint, Michigan, and one somewhere else. Was it Baltimore?
Yeah.
It's a Jake. He's a military man, and he figured out his machine. I'm surprised they ain't shutting the fuck down. Or they might, because if people start mass producing that, we wouldn't have a water issue. Pull it out the fucking air.
And it's clean.
Yo,
he said it's clean. Hey, but and it just came out and said that drinking rainwater basically it's like basically polluted.
Because
I don't believe that shit.
No. Remember they put all the metals and shit.
Yeah, but we breathing this shit though.
It's one thing to breathe it, but then it's straight. Remember, everything is real water-based creatures. That's like lead-filled water. Now, it might be cleaner than what the fuck we got in sewage.
Yeah.
You know, because you can
Clean the shit coming out your tap.
It's cleaner to come out your tap. You're right.
Yeah.
You have something right.
That shit clean and coming out your motherfucking tap.
That's why you better get a rubbers if you no, but if you do drink tap water, get a Brita. But it's got the new Brita filters that actually take out all pharmaceuticals and everything like that.
Yeah.
No, they're you look at it. It takes everything out, and it's like a 10-step form. So first of all, if you're in the wilderness, you got sand, dirt, and everything like that. It'll filter your water. You gotta just know what you're doing. You know? So, all right, here we go. It says, unlike other commodities, water does not have a viable substitute. It is essential for growing food, generating energy, and sustaining humanity. It says, China's Yangtze River, a major shipping route, is drying up and causing problems for the nation's economy because most of their imports, exports are all by ships. And if the river's drying up, the water level's too low for the ships to basically move commerce. It says, for China, water has also been crucial to the country's rapid development. Currently, China consumes 10 billion barrels of water per day, about 700 times its daily oil consumption. For decades of explosive economic growth, combined with food security policies that aim at national self-sufficiency, have pushed northern China's water system beyond a sustainable level, and they threaten to do the same in parts of southern China as well. But basically, bro, it's a wrap. Mind you, they got a super heat wave that's drying up everything anyway. The Most High has literally said, okay.
What's that joint in Revelation? Where I said blasting of the heat, something like that. Y'all put it in the chat. You would keep the Lord with black heat. I think it's popping up on that joint.
Revelation 16:9, everyone was burned by the blast of the heat and the curse of the name of God. Yeah. Revelation 16:9.
This is Revelation 16:9. It says, and men were scorched. Yeah, oh yeah, I know what it says. Yeah. Revelation 16, start 8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun. And power was given unto him to scorch men with fire.
That is. Start that from the top. Status for bitches. Yeah, you see me when I was riding down Broad Street, the bitches saw me. Cause it be the simple Jake sisters, man, to be like, yeah, he looks so good, Papa Willies. Papa Willies. Yeah, you see me put his leg up and shit, girl, I'm gonna give him some, that's real shit. Jake do everything for bitches, I'm gonna keep it 100. So I know why they doing it, it's just we not in that time, brother.
Go ahead, bring that out.
Revelation 16, starting at 8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and the power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. Mm-hmm. And men were scorched with great heat.
And that's going on right now, all out in Europe, China, and West Coast America. People are dying from drought, heat exhaustion. People are literally being burned. Skin cancer is at an all-time high. The sun is literally killing people left and right. Go ahead.
And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which had power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory.
Now, we talked about earlier how this the Heavenly Father opened up his whole armory. He's even using the sun on everybody. Oh yeah, the plates are not set. Yeah, that's
Like
that's second address.
That one? Yeah, it's
the 16th chapter.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, like 2022.
Yeah, that's bring that out real quick. But that's second address 16. Yeah.
It's Isaiah 16, Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
More fire. Hey, that's just going to add on. Hey, that's going to the charities.
Yeah, it's going to the charities. The Heavenly Father promised us with the rainbow they would flood this place with water. So he said, no, I'm going to try everything to fuck up. Everything, just get rid of the water. Get rid of Sorry, woes me. It's 17. I think it's 17.
Second address 16, starting at 17. It says,
Woe is me.
Oh, damn, you know what? Shoot, kind of like.
But everything on it is popping, but we're trying to.
Right.
Nah, you should start up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta start from 13.
Oh yeah, you gotta start.
That's the one he's talking about for like a hungry lion.
Yeah, you gotta start up anyway. Yeah, because he's
Always you gotta start up.
Start at the brother. Whose dance is this, bro?
Yeah,
What
whatever.
like hit games too. He was like, huh? Harry out. Let's see how it's gonna play Chinese school. I'm on we did hound school. Checking out buildings and shit. Just decapitating motherfuckers.
616, episode 4. A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot out of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Hey, so at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do. But he's posing a question like, yo, he's giving all these examples. Can you do this if this happens? No. Once these plagues are sent, once that fire is kindled, there's nothing you can do to stop it, man. Your best bet is to repent. If you're a so-called Black, Latino, Native American, ultimately if you're an Israelite, man, your best bet is to repent. If you're a heathen, live it up. Yeah, I ain't got no, I ain't got nothing for you. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Honestly, I would even say this.
You better get
You
good.
don't know if you a heathen. I just try.
I would just try. And
I feel like
get
this,
good
well,
with
you
good
said
with
that we
those
don't-
that you
nobody
know.
gonna know. You know what? I'm gonna hurt y'all, but y'all shy.
And get ultimately though, if you do that, then you
Yeah,
probably
you
are.
probably are.
Probably
Yeah,
are.
right.
Right.
You're not doing it anyway.
Yeah.
It's not in their spirit to do that at all.
We're not even gonna regard. You know,
Like, listen, I need
no,
some reconciliation.
they gonna,
Father.
Yeah.
they gonna pray to their idols.
Yeah, if anybody
They gonna
starts
believe in
the
their
Lord,
science.
They going
They gonna
stars,
believe in
bro.
their science, the idols, the stars, all universe.
Christmas.
616, I'm gonna go ahead. And 9, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, who shall not be afraid? Yo, real rag. Thunder, and lightning.
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
That shit's scary.
Yo, that's like the only. That's
Lightning
I don't like
and thunder combo is like the fear of the unknown.
I
Yeah.
don't
You
like.
just never know.
Every
when
second that
that's-
go by is how many miles is away. too.
Exactly, bro.
I don't like bridges, and I don't like thunder and lightning, bro.
Yo,
I'm
thunder
try-
up close, like
Bro.
thunder like a half a
Bro,
mile away.
yo, bro, I was
that shit is crazy.
Last week I was it was in Philly, so I was in Jersey, and you could only see it from a distance. It was like flash, boom. It wasn't like
That mean it was right there.
bro, listen, my guy, you seen it. I'm like this. I pray to the Lord, listen, man, just let me get in the house.
Not only the sound, you don't know if that shit gonna
Yeah,
drop.
I'm-
Nah,
I'm-
he still
I'm
got
already-
yeah.
You got something?
Nah, hey, that was it. I'm just following the rules.
Wanna hold that, and then you wanna.
No.
Oh, all right.
Jeremiah 50 goes into destruction.
All right, second Ezra 16 and 11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before Yahushua, before the glory of his power. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss.
And that's going into the nuclear missiles, man. Ultimately, but really all the plagues, man, that's sent. You know, he's going to shoot them, and they shot with a powerful arm. I mean, they're going to come with full power and velocity, man, and they're going to hit their target, and they ain't going to miss. Because the more power that's shot behind that archer, the faster it goes, man.
So he coming real soon.
Oh yeah. When it
Niggas like that gonna get fucking burnt to pieces, bro.
Strong as shit.
flame chick beat.
Like
That nigga's a flamethrower.
big groove ass nigga.
One of them joints.
That's my new shit.
You know how they be, you know them Olympic throwers? He one of them
Nigga
flamethrowers.
shot put.
Yeah, we should call the boys flame chick
bro.
dudes.
Flamethrowers. You got the flames, and they got the flamethrowers.
bro.
Yup. Second Ezra 16, 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Yep, so that fire and those plagues are not going to be stopped until they've fulfilled their duty, until they fulfilled the thing that they were sent to do. They were sent to destroy and kill, and they're not going to stop until the destroying and killing is done.
Yup, it says verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Right, these plays are like boomerangs, man. They don't come back to the thrower. When an arrow is shot, man, it goes to where it was sent to go. And that's exactly what's going to happen to these plagues. When the Lord sends death out, when the Lord sends a death angel, when the Lord sends evil spirits, when the Lord sends famines and fires and pestilence, they're not going to stop. The Lord don't make mistakes, man. The Lord don't change. He don't make mistakes. When He sends something to do it, it's going to do what it was sent to do, man.
He said a mighty archer, bro. Legolas was out here.
Yo, don't they say something about they should not break their ranks either?
Joel 2.
Joel 2. Or they just going to be.
They're not.
I mean,
Even when
Meaning they're not gonna veer off
that's what
course.
I'm saying. Yeah.
They're not
They
gonna
gonna get to where they
in
gotta
the
go.
missile defense system. They're not going the missile defense system. They're not going. This is talking about. It's talking about the missiles, but it's talking about the plagues too. It's kind of like all together.
Triple line time.
Yeah, it's kind of like all of them together.
Verse 17, it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Yeah, it's going
The
into
beginning
the.
of, okay, you got it, bro.
It's going into the days that we're in.
Yup, it says, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right, it's talking about the end days, the last days that's prophesied in the scriptures, which we are living in those days now, and we're nearing the last days of the last days, man. It's going into the wars, going into the pestilence, to the earthquakes, it's going into the famines. All these different things are ramping up at a high speed, and they're not going to last long. All right, it's not going to be a matter of years, decades. No, we're talking a matter of when shit hits the fan. We're talking a matter of weeks to months, man. The Lord is going to make a speedy riddance of this place. He's already moving things behind the scene, but right now the Lord is sealing the elect. Once the elect sealed, and he's sending that order for your Yahushua to come, bro. It's a wrap for this place, man. And it's woe, like I said, woe is me, woe is me. And it's not really talking about woe is me, like being the elect, really going to you 2/3 of our people and you heathen, because y'all going to be in woe, whereas we're going to be in rejoicing, man.
It's just going to be that bad. It's going to be like, oh shit.
Right. Jacob's trouble is not necessarily for the elect. Jacob's trouble is really for the 2/3. The elect, we're going to be tested, but our fire really is now, man. Yeah, and that's going to be the last end of our troubles. Yeah, for you 2/3, that's going to be your troubles, man.
It's going to be a test for the brothers.
It's going to be a test, but that's going to be like the final test.
It's a test for faith. It's really a test of like if you
it's
really
like right now we're taking the PSATs.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
We're taking the PSATs and the study course, so we can't test it. But the Jacob's trouble is going to be the SAT. But at that point, we've already studied. We've taken the PSAT so many times. So it's going to be like, oh, okay. Oh shit, wait,
or at least it should be okay.
Yeah, but we got to remember, I'm going based off of it says my servant shall eat, my servant shall rejoice. I'm going based off of that.
That's why they say in that day they shall know who my elect are.
Exactly.
My chosen are.
You gotta be.
You're gonna know who our chosen are. That's literally when all hell broke loose and we chilling, and then they gonna be like, hold the fuck up.
With the chip, we don't,
and
then
we
they
good.
gonna come in like, then they gonna cast
People
out
with
of
the
our
chip
houses
that's
and shit.
struggling. That's it's going to be a big difference between who the Lord's elect are and who's not. You know what I mean? But don't get it twisted. It's still going to be tough regardless, man. I believe we'll go days and stuff without eating, having food and shit. But when we eat, we gonna eat. You know what I mean?
This is 2 Ezra 16. 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish, and are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Yep. So the Lord's going to send all these plagues and these destructions and all these really punishments into the people, and y'all still ain't going to regard y'all punishments. Y'all still not going to return back to the Lord. Y'all still not going to regret. Y'all still not going to repent, man. And that's ultimately why you have to be killed. Go through the same death.
Hey, right here. 21. Behold, victuals shall be good, so good cheap upon the earth. that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Hey, so it's, you either going to die in the famine or you going to die in the sword, man.
23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down.
Ain't no more funerals, ain't no more cremations, man. Or you gonna be cremated, but you know what I mean? You ain't.
Hey, y'all brothers remember a couple years back?
Jar, you gonna be in the dust.
It's gonna be in the
Dust.
wind.
Yo, y'all brothers remember like 2-3 years back when the other market slaughter was happening, and it was on camera. It was showing all those bodies on the ground. Yo, it was like a prelude. Like, remember that? It was like, you walked through the scene outside the market. It was like 4 or 5 bodies out just chilling.
Did y'all see because Las Vegas rivers and shit is drying up? All the dead bodies they found.
Also,
It's tossing.
what's that?
Niggas was killing
I think that was Lake Mead that you saying drying up.
I'm talking about all Lakes, but I'm talking about the one over Vegas.
I think it's Lake Mead.
Yeah, Lake Mead, yo, bro. They found bodies in fucking containers. Bro, they said like every day they've been finding 5 to 10 bodies. Yo, all the damn shit dried up. That means Sin City niggas dying out there.
Yeah, but you know that's the mob. The mob was taking niggas out in the desert.
Oh, and then putting them in
Put them in barrels. They've been finding bodies. Like they had pictures of everything dried up. You walking on the lake bed and just bodies.
What's that? The river out. What was that? The river Euphrates. Euphrates River drying up.
You know that.
And that's prophecy.
That is
They
prophecy.
say that the Euphrates River is drying up
Yep.
to make way for the kings.
Yep.
I believe, roughly paraphrasing. All right. Got more?
That's it now.
Great, great.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 31. It says, Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall. None shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him.
Where you at?
That was 32. I started at 31.
Yeah.
All right, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Hold on. Skip down to 35.
Jeremiah 50 and 35. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith Yahweh, upon the inhabitants of Babylon, upon their princes, upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, upon their chariots. I guess that's chariots. And upon all their mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures.
And it said they shall become as women. But it said, whereas if you see a man travail as a woman, and birth, I think, or something like that, roughly paraphrasing.
Should Isaiah 19 go into that too?
Yeah, it says,
In the spirit,
Yeah, man. So, hey, man, a lot of you tough guys, all right, with tough as shit, man. All right, the Lord gonna reduce you, all right, to as of a female, man, as of a bitch, man. Straight home, all right.
Yeah, something around there. Yeah,
Where you at?
that's what I thought too at first.
I'm at 37 again. Jeremiah 50 and 37. 38. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. Damn, we just talking about the lake.
37.
I hit that already. Nah, Salaki, it was another piece. I hit it again.
Yep.
It's 37. A sword is upon the horses, and upon the chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. Yeah, that was it. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be...
It said they shall be robbed. All right, who's going to do the robbing? All right, y'all was shy, man. All right, that's why I said, how you rich men, all right? Basically, you're going to vomit up, okay, all your riches, man. All right, your Howard Shine come to take everything, man. All right. Go ahead, bro.
It's verse 38 again. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are made up on their idols. Made mad. It says, therefore the wild beasts, yeah, M-A-D-D-E.
Oh, no. Stop there. Jump down to 40.
Jeremiah 50 and 40. As Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of any man dwell therein.
That's it. Yeah, and that's what the Lord going to do to America. All right, he said it would have been more tolerable. All right, you gonna grab it?
Yeah.
Now, man,
Yo,
that's why America is everything. All right, every time you look at you hear about America in the Bible, it's the Great Horror. All right, the Great Babylon. All right, why? Because America is the greatest of the greatest of the wickedness.
Wickedness, yeah.
All right, yo, check the comment board, some up.
I just did.
Same shit.
Smiley man, Shalom, man.
Shalom. It's Isaiah 1 and 9, I believe this is it. Except the Lord Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. It says, nah, that was the point.
Oh, but that's not the one. But that's good.
That's not the one, though. I know that's not.
Yeah, that's not the one. Try to see if we can find it. But like the brother said, it was more tolerable.
More tolerable. That's what I said.
Sodom, something like that. Something.
Yeah, Matthew 11 and 24.
Yeah, but hey, like you said, hey, has not the Lord left us a remnant? All right, hey man, we would be pretty much finished, man. All right, we would have no hope. All right, go ahead, bro. You got it.
Yeah, I got it, bro. It's Matthew 11 and 24. But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for thee. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so the Lord said, hey man, Sodom was more tolerable, all right, than America, man. Sheesh. So you can only imagine. Hey man,
Remember, this is all the wicked kingdoms put together in one.
Hey,
Dude, Sodom, bro, I couldn't. Oh my God.
Hey, through the spirit, when we walked up, you see the fucking sitting there with the little young boy. Hey, it looked like a man, but
That was a girl?
yeah, I think that was a nigga.
That was a whole dude right there.
That was a dude. I mean, that was a chick.
I think it was a chick.
Yeah. From the neck up, it looked like a nigga, but from the waist down,
And I said, well, something like you look
it
familiar or
looked like a
something too.
female, bro.
That's why they were
Nah,
fucking me like that.
When he walked up, me and Ariel was like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Bro, I looked, I thought it was a dude. He was rolling up and shit. I'm thinking like, it was smoking with his son right there. That was a whole shit.
That was a bitch.
Shemite.
Oh,
It
wow.
was a Shemite.
This chick, she like 60.
Shemite. It was a
She
Shemite.
got a whole
She
fucking
might be.
beard down my way, dog.
Fuck Mike Sunni, huh?
The bitch had a fucking beard and everything.
Yeah, taking testosterone
beard,
pills.
fucking waves and shit. Man.
I got the
All things. And it's manifest? Oh, yeah, okay.
Second edition, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Second Edges 9 starting at the top. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproar of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest.
And the end is manifest because we see all these things happening, so we know that the Most High is visiting this place, man. You know, through his angels, through the spirits, through his men. And ultimately, he's going to send Yahweh Shai. Once he sends Yahweh Shai, it's a rap. It's over, man.
It's over.
It's a rap. When you see Yahweh Shai, it's a rap, man.
Game over.
It's gonna be like this in the daytime. Our percentage.
Yes. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like this minus fucking all these lights,
and shit. Yeah.
Dark
Lights
as
out.
shit out this joint.
But
See,
then
we
you
ain't
gonna
never
see
really
the
see
motherfuckers
pitch black
move.
darkness
Yeah,
before, bro. We ain't never really see pitch black darkness. Wait till you see pitch black darkness. But the spirit that these people are in,
you also gotta understand, the Most High and all that majesty and power is probably gonna wipe out the power grid anyway.
Right.
So it's gonna be like
This old ass power grid.
Yeah, right.
Hey, cause they was going into that too.
That shit
How the
old
power
as shit.
grid, old, and that it's gonna be blackouts, rolling blackouts and shit. All right.
I was shocked.
So this place finished, man. You got something?
Nah, that was.
I got that last verse real
Yeah, you
quick.
still got more.
Yeah, just that one more John. 2:9 and 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
Trying to get somebody grab 1 Peter 4 and 7.
Close to it.
Yeah.
1 Peter 4 and 7.
It's 1 Peter 4 and 7. By the end of all things is at hand.
Look at it again.
Salaki. 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things have fervent charity among yourselves. For charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Yeah, that was this is going good. The rest of this video and all that.
So with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakwadash.
double honor to the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, citation, I can push his word throughout the four corners of the planet. Shalom to the left.
Shalom.
I hate when it fucking. I hate when you can't like clips on a comment.